collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need read for this new moon to full moon in February 2022? I am your reader, Pisces moon, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle production since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle, link in the description box, and creator on Patreon, patreon.com/drawingthecircle, doing some really amazing stuff over there, and happy to be doing so. Why? Because I am the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hi. My Mer family, my Mer people, my Finn family. Hope you are all well. Doing this in the dark moon in Aquarius, right before the new moon at 12:45. We'll talk about that in a minute. Because if you are new to the channel, a 5-card draw just means one card from 5 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. We'll look at the math in a minute, but also to say these 5 decks that we are using represent the 5 magical elements: fire, earth, air, water, spirit. So if you are doing spell work, intention work, manifestational work, the idea is you plant the seed at the new moon, you tend it, you watch it grow, expand, attract, you do you, to the full moon. And so now we will look at the astrological timeline. New moon in Aquarius tomorrow at the time of this recording, Tuesday, February 1st, 12:45 a.m. So 45 minutes after midnight Eastern time. I am in New York. And it's also Imbolc, calendar Imbolc, Candlemas. Some do it on February 1st, some do it on February 2nd. It is the astrological cross quarter of the sun in 15 degrees Aquarius, which technically is on Friday, and it's the second Sabbath of the pagan wheel of the year. And in my book, Words of Grace, it's connected to the second chakra, all sorts of cool stuff that you can do. So really great for a new moon. And I will say, then we go into, you're still in the new moon orb, 3 days after new moon, you still got that new moon energy in Pisces. So I'll be doing some magic for that as well. And then of course we're looking at the 2-week period, growing to the full moon in Leo, Wednesday, February 16th, 11:56 a.m., a little bit before noon. I'll be doing my magic probably the night before. It's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, right? Only you can know your fire, your earth, your air, and your water, but the decks are here to help, right? To give you some clarity, guidance, and grace. And certainly check your other signs, because 4 out of 5 cards is pretty good for a general read. So check your other signs to maybe get other pieces of the puzzle, as well as we have more than one thing going on that we are building, casting for, what we yearn for, we burn for, our heart's desires. So let's get up in this gig. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do the same. Both feet on the floor, Mark. To get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can for a fellow Mer family member. Please take a nice deep breath. Let's see how deep we can go. How specific we can get. We're going to start with the element of fire, using the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish, as I call upon the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism for the Piscean collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. Please, ancestors, what is the perfect spell fragment? Leave the card in my hand, the magical spell card for the Pisces collective, for their element of fire, to help them shape what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their hearts desire, this new to full divine guidance. Rock. Whispers from the beings who shine, let their message be clear and kind. I'm in. That's daily for me. Please, every morning, you know, for Patreon, I think I'm going to make a behind-the-scenes video, patrons only. I don't know if it'll hit YouTube. Maybe someday it might. Of what I do to get ready in the morning, how I go from coffee and bathrobe to this, the breath work, the prayer work, the lights, the camera, the action, right? All of it starts with asking for divine guidance every day. Not exactly the same practice or prayer every day either. I am a Virgo, mutable earth, but with Pisces, moon, mutable water, I gotta mix it up. So that could be about anything. Divine guidance in general for life, sure, but that's why we're going to bring in the element of earth, the crystal oracle, Tony Carmine Salerno. Whether you have the stone indicated or not, to me is immaterial. If you have a piece of clear quartz, you could make it work. Nor is it absolutely necessary, but the element of earth is the fuel that feeds the fire, as well as action taken in the physical world usually. But you know, the oracles seem to be really right on in this book. So let's see what hits the table. Feet on the floor, Mark. Please take a nice deep breath. I just go into Virgo mode. My legs cross under the table unconsciously. Here we go. As I call upon my beloved Archangel Ariel, the Archangel of Lyons, one of the Archangels of the North, the powers of Earth, hence the Crystal Oracle, please. What is the specific, perfect Crystal Oracle message, with or without stone, needed for the Piscean collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign? Watching this video, receiving this reading to fuel the fire, to give them maybe a touchstone if they get the rock, you know, something to, little spell carrier, little something, magical tool, piece of jewelry, but for that divine guidance, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their hearts desire. Maybe they're tired of guessing and they really want the guidance from the highest POV, this new to full Phrenite, I think that's how you say it, PRE, which would be pre, but then it's got an H, N-I-T-E, pre-night, pre-night, sounds like it makes you want to cough a little bit. It's green. It's green. Don't remember exactly what this stone is. I've never worked with it. I don't think I have any. You know, sometimes you'll get a cluster or a tumble with something in there you don't know is in there. So let's look this up. Well. Keywords: profound spiritual love with divine guidance. I'm going to say that's a match. Protection and prophetic vision. Like that wasn't our thing to begin with, Pisces. Oh yeah, we see and feel all sorts of shit. People have no idea, and we try and tell them, and they're like, huh? It's like, sorry. From the Mariana Trench comes this guidance and grace that only I can feel. You're about to gain a profound spiritual insight in the form of a prophetic vision, which appears to you in your dreams or at a time in which you least expect it. I don't know, divine guidance, maybe, kind of, sort of, on the nosy-wosy. Through this, you realize that at the heart of all matter, only love exists, and that our perceptions of good and evil are simply a human illusion. Pisces, collective unconscious. Love is, but that, believe me, that is not like, love is all there is. That's the dolphin. The love that we truly are is fierce and mystical and beyond this world. None of us, our souls didn't originate from here, right? We came into this world, we were sent into this world. So that is incredibly powerful in terms of divine guidance. You know, we all want answers to our questions, but sometimes the words don't do it. It's the experience that obliterates the question. Is God real? Is there really a goddess? And then you have the experience of it. It blows you out of the water, and good luck trying to explain it to anybody else, right? It's like if you've never had a drink of alcohol, someone explaining to you what it's like to be drunk, right? And like, what? I don't get it. A deep inner knowing will swell within you, and you will realize that all is literally bathed in love. Nothing can ever harm you or have a negative effect on you apart from your own fears. And that's A Course in Miracles. That's shadow work. That's being a Pisces, right? Particularly if you're an empath. Look, vibrational energetic empaths feel other people's stuff in their cell tissue, right? And of course you think it's yours for the longest time, and it can be problematic. But when you tune your empathic skill to empath divine love, that's the healer. It's amazing. That's why I'm a mystic. Through this experience, you will have no doubt that a higher force does exist, what I just said, and that through this higher force, all is possible. Grant me the Mother Grace of Hope, the gateway grace of hope of the Mother Goddess, that I alone do nothing, but with the divine all things are possible, and that there's a bigger plan in all of this I can't see. As you begin to trust in the universal power of love to guide you, your life will take on greater meaning and purpose. Work. That's really good. Now, I will say this series, this is the last of the series. I always say save the best for last. But they've been tricky. There have been some womp-woms thrown in here and some just outright shadow work. But this feels like prophetic vision. This feels like a revelation of some kind. It may not come all at once. You cast and then you tend, right? So the element of air is going to be really key in this, right? Particularly vision and the ability to communicate it, right? The mind and all that. It's also called the Healing of the Angels Oracle. So there are angels waiting in the wings with their wings, wanting to help you heal in this somehow, but they must be called upon. They do not intervene. They're just nice that way. It's also cosmic law. Please take a nice deep breath. As I call to the angels and archangels of water, the sign of Pisces, powers of the west, the Gabrielites, please. One card, in clarity, element of air for the Piscean collective sun, moon, rising, Venus. I'm watching this video, receiving this reading. We've asked for specific, and we've got two cards that really go together well for the fire and the earth. But the fire needs air. The air does not need fire. So please, who are the angels that the Piscean collective can call upon, work with, think about, read about, focus on, meditate, whatever, to stoke that fire of divine guidance with that phrenite, that spiritual love experience, that prophetic vision, and the protection that all is bathed in love for them as a direct experience, not just a theory, this new to full. The healing angels of celebration, I think you might very well get, well, in the East they would call it a Kundalini activation, which are fun, but woo, they change things, and not so fun afterwards sometimes, right? How the body has to readjust to that kind of thing. It'd be very intense if you don't know what's going on. But certainly a full chakra lineup. Just all of a sudden, because love is divine power. Heart chakra truth, sacred truth, the heart chakra, in Carolyn Mace's Anatomy of the Spirit, as well as in my book, Words of Grace. I'm going to keep plugging it because this is my gig. I'll take this read as a Pisces, no matter what the next two cards are. What would the healing angels of celebration do? Now, it is a full moon, by the way, in this, and it's angels going, yes, yes, right? Their wings and arms outstretched. There is something to celebrate here. Sometimes we don't see it, and sometimes we don't feel it. But to celebrate that divine love coursing through you and giving you prophetic visions that, other people may not be able to understand. You may not even be able to put into words. But your mind can really be in a place where you're celebrating, and then people won't care. You won't care even to try and explain, because your vibe will do the rest. You know, the thing about being a Pisces, 12th house dynamic, the collective unconscious, mysticism, right? That hidden deep stuff we all have inside of us. You could heal the world. It's all one. Element of water. Whispers of Love Oracle, the voices of the higher selves of all involved. Now, I don't know who else is involved in this idea of you communicating your... I keep my visions to myself, unless I'm told not to, and then I do them on camera, because my cats don't care. So let's see what hits the table here. This is the party turner, though. All of a sudden, you know, it's a romance card or something. So let's really say this prayer. Both feet on the floor. Breathe. Still point. as I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. Good strong shuffle here. What is the whisper of love, the piece of information, inspiration, insight needed for the Piscean collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading? This is our element, the element of water. Make it specific. I don't care how many people watch these videos anymore. Just make it specific. Give us the clarity, guidance, and grace we need, and the emotion, the energy and motion with divine guidance and fire. An experience of divine spiritual love, that we are protected and safe, and prophetic vision, and celebrating it in the mind with the healing angels. What you got for us this new to full? Like attracts like. If you are longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. Well, this isn't just about, this isn't about forcing your heart chakra open. This is about having, I'm going to call it what it is, a mystical experience. Everybody has mystical experiences, maybe 1 or 2 in a lifetime. But if you are walking the path, swimming the path, my fishies, then you know you might have them more than others, particularly if you're following my channel. I'm a mystic. I'm born a mystic. The mystic archetype sits in the house of Pisces for me, and it is my moon sign, and in the 8th house, and in Scorpio, right? It's more mystery, really deep intuition. So this might be you, like being, I don't want to use this language, but it does make sense, a tsunami of divine love flowing through you, waxing it right over a period of time. Now, I don't know what this pre-night stone is, but I think I could do well with something similar. Lord knows I got plenty in this house. There's crystals in every room in my house here. So like attracts like. You want to go law of attraction vibe with that? Good. Just do it with the divine guidance, because we get what we need, not what we want. And when we get what we need, and it's what we want, we think we did it. And it's true, we participated. But when we get what we need, but not what we want, we often blame ourselves. And that's not true. That's not necessary. Like attracts like. All right, the card of spirit, the healing mantra deck by Matt Kahn, to charge it. So you get a rock, whatever, a piece of coral, a piece of shell, whatever you want to use there, just to give you something to hold on to there. Cast for divine guidance, calling in the angels of celebration, and really feeling that like attracts like. Start it off small. Whatever this experience is that I'm supposed to mysticism indicates mystery. And then charge it with this, right? Charge it with whatever the mantra is, and do it a little bit every day, or a lot of it every day. You do you. This is where shit gets really specific. Please take a nice deep breath. We said go deep, and so we are. So I call upon the Ascended Masters of Revelation, right? Inspiration, revelation, prophetic vision. That involves prophecy, seeing pieces of the divine plan, but more through an emotional, direct experience here. Give us the perfect, specific healing mantra for the Piscean collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign. Watching this video, receiving this reading, apparently giving this reading as well. Use me as the channel of guidance, grace, love, power, and wisdom necessary for the Piscean collective, so we can cast for divine guidance, our element of fire, what we yearn for, we burn for our heart's desire. And to be able to ground it into action and into our bodies through an experience of spiritual love. Divine love coursing through us, lighting us up with those healing angels of celebration, and a vision on top of that. And like does attract like. And if we need to be more loving, that's probably to ourselves and our process over the 2-week period from new to full, to just bless the world and celebrate what we can celebrate in a healthy way. What's the mantra? Leave it in my hand for us Pisceans. This new to full, February 2021, and it's a womp womp. It's a womp womp. Womp womp. Befriending pain. When discomfort becomes a friend, my most limiting beliefs are healed. So here's the thing. I think you start with that, right? I mean, particularly today. I mean, dark moon in Aquarius at the time of this recording. But this is the mantra that got me to demonetize myself on YouTube so that I could go to Patreon. And because my lower back was just killing me. I was working way too hard for burnout, putting out more than you'd taken in. It was this mantra, and it was not easy. But if this is really the other side of that, right? All of this love and this movement and this healing, that we may be able to deal with our pain in a different way rather than swim away from it or try and numb it. Because that's the Pisces gig too. I had an astrologer tell me decades ago that Pisces is either the mystic or the addict. And I was like, what do you mean by that? And they were like, well, mystic, because they're seeing it, they're experiencing it. It's a lot of emotion. And they either deal with it, the mystery, or they numb themselves in any way, shape, or form. So we want to escape that pain, but it feels like by befriending it here, and you'll see why in a minute, this is incredibly powerful. It's probably the most powerful read of the series. Befriending pain. When discomfort becomes a friend, my most limiting beliefs are healed. And by the way, it's not just physical pain, emotional pain, mental pain, spiritual pain. When you befriend pain, you are allowing limitations to be released from the cells of your body. Reason enough to do it. Because pain is often the result of rapid transformation. It is essential to make friends with it in recognition of how quickly you are evolving. Now, that's not what we're raised with. That's not what humanity's been doing, like, ever. To say, no, this pain is... transformation is happening, like the element of fire. It burns. Coco Peru, right? So to befriend it and say, right, this is part of the process. Now, this doesn't mean, ignore the wise things to do, right? Like going to a chiropractor for lower back stuff, or, but to get the divine guidance. What if all of this reading is about some pain that we've been in collectively, maybe everyone on planet Earth, maybe very just personally, and maybe some of all of that, that there is a huge opportunity for transformation for us here, but it is done gradually over a 2-week period. It might be uncomfortable and sometimes nearly unbearable. Yeah. But your most profound shifts in consciousness often occur once pain is befriended as an ally of your evolution, where, yeah, sure, after the soul-wrenching gut cry, the one I mean? Right, you feel it in the soles of your feet because we're ruled by the feet. Pisces rules the feet. To the soles of your soul, the clarity comes. The storm passes. The waters recede, and you see clearly. And insights come. It's totally the Patreon journey. Not the most important career move, but a move that changed my career. This mantra is ideal for healing the body, mind, and soul on an energetic level. This feels like, with the card of celebration here, there's something great, big, huge to celebrate this, but you may not see it until, well, that would make sense, the full moon in Leo. Right, all of that, the sun in the sign of the moon, that might be a little bit more illuminated. So, let me put this together in a blessing. All Pantheons of the Divine say it through me, because I think this one is for me too. Befriending pain, huh? If I put that in the title, no one's going to watch it, but except those who are probably meant to. Please take a nice deep breath. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Piscean collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, may we all be blessed with all that we need this new moon in Aquarius on Imbolc of all things, to the full moon in Leo, February 2021, that we may befriend pain, that when discomfort becomes a friend, our most limiting beliefs are healed. Particularly about like attracts like, because maybe we were doing the magic, the law of attraction, and we got what we needed, but it wasn't what we wanted, and so we need to be more loving. So why not call upon the healing angels of celebration to celebrate how far we've come, to celebrate how much we've healed, to befriend the pain that we've been through and allow it to heal with their help as a result of prophetic vision. An experience of spiritual love, that we are safe and protected, that everything is bathed in love, and that is a very, very high mystical truth, and it's always that way, but that doesn't mean we always see it or feel it that way, so that we can really cast for the divine guidance, because that's really what we yearn for, what we burn for, what our heart's desires, pantheons of the divine. So we so cast whispers from the beings who shine. Let their message be clear and kind, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So let it be, and so it is. That was a good last of the series. Did you like it? It's a good idea to like it, because how many other fishies find this? This might be the transmutation of pain into pleasure, right? With that celebration. This is alchemy. And you know what? Why not? Why not, my mer people? We can swim deep. We can handle it. So look, like I said, if you like it, want more of me here on YouTube, hit the subscription button and hit the notification bell, because I took myself off the treadmill with that. No. I'm going with the flow. Not so much swimming upstream anymore. Put the canoe in the boat. Put the paddles in the canoe. Let the river take you downstream, right? And all that Abraham Hickey's jazz. And if you want to come Patreon on Patreon. You probably get the vibe I'm putting out. Well, it's I stream there every morning talking about the lunar astrology and stuff like that, and we're releasing stuff every day there. So thank you so much for watching, and seriously, my beloveds, want a reading with me? Book me. Booking a reading with Mal, video in the description box. But most importantly, I really, really wish you the very best and the very blessed, that you feel that universal, spiritual, divine love in and through everything, and screw what anybody else thinks about it. You do you. You get your guidance, grace, love, wisdom, and power together this new to full, my beloved fish families. My mer people. Hail, farewell, and blessed be.